start the show, so just chillax. It's mad thunderstorms over here, so it's crazy. Hopefully, no power outage, but it did flash once already. Pre-show. 8 minutes. 8 minutes. 8 minutes, Dougie Fresh at home. 8 minutes. 2. Check it out. Hey yo, I'ma just bust. Everybody wanna just trust in me. The G, that's G, the B, R, O. So I just flow. I just want to make show. And the show will start in less than 2 minutes though. Oh, less than a minute. Yo, when I spin it, like Trump be doing it. Trump be spinning plates like he's winning greats. I can't. Ay, Dios mío. Oh, there you go. That's better. That's loud. It's just loud in my ear. It might be loud for you too. Yo, I'm in the mind. I'm a way. I can't remember how the song goes because I didn't write it. And whatever. I'm not getting into that right now. But yeah. It's time. Not that one. That one. Ooh, what's up, y'all? It's the R9cast, the official blood dish of Kong Kong Crystal Super Dope Show for Reservoir9.com, representing allgames.com. Yeah, what's a little loud? My bad. Don't mean to blow your eardrums. Yeah. I am the guy that's gonna talk for 2 hours. Stephen D. Gibson, aka SG, aka Electron Bandit. Maybe more, maybe less. Who knows? You never. Okay, shut up. Who knows how long shows will happen? Who knows if electricity will continue to flow through the wires? Cause it flashed a couple. I have an APC down at APC. Yeah, I got one down there. So my computer won't turn off, but the internet's not on that. I don't have one for the internet. I need to get one for the internet. But wait a second. If see, I gotta think about that. So yeah. So if the power goes out but the internet doesn't, I can put an APC on the routers. Then we won't lose internets. I think I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to buy a few. I think one in here is enough. I just need for computer and monitors. I think everything's cut. Doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah. So today is Sunday, August 30th. Oh my gosh, this year. I think it was last night or the night before. I was in here trying to learn animation, and then the news popped off about Chadwick Boseman. I was like, really? I mean, we saw him. We knew he was sick or something or whatever was happening. People were saying, "Oh, it's because of he was doing it for a role or whatever." R.I.P. By the way, Chadwick Boseman. But I'm like, it's like, okay, 2020 screwed. We effed, right? But no, that's not enough. Let's just keep piling it on. Come on. What's next? That's my question. What's next? You try to be pessimistic. You try to be optimistical, right? That's what your boy Uncle Trump says. He's like, oh, all these negative blah blah. Like, shut down, guy. I can't even deal with that fool, clown. I like the picture. I don't know where it is, but I like the picture where it shows the White House with a with a circus tent in the middle. And it says, hey, you hire a clown, you're going to get a circus. Basically, I'm paraphrasing. That wasn't the exact quote. But I was like, you know what? That's funny, but it's not funny because it's bad for everybody, but it's funny. And when I say everybody, I mean people who care. No, that's not true. When I say everybody, I mean everybody who is not part of that circle. I don't want to call it an elite circle because that gives them power, the word elite, but they're not elite. They're just few. Does that make them? No, it doesn't make them elite, because you can be a really bad athlete and there can be a few of you and you're an elite No, it doesn't. Well, I'm just saying is that, yeah. I'm not going to get political. Not doing it. Not doing it. It makes me angry every second I breathe. And it takes energy to pass that exit. I'm like, let's keep going. We riding on fumes, but let's keep going. Because, it's just, sometimes you got to go through the shizzle, the shite, in order to appreciate the simple things. Like today, I took a little shower before the show. I was like, let me wash up. I take a shower outside. We have an outdoor shower, nature, sunlight, except it was about to rain. And I was like, I really don't want to take a shower. Once you take a shower outside with the breeze and the smell of the natures, inside showers are kind of hot garbage. Unless you live in a spa or something. Inside showers are claustrophobic, dark, unless you got a light in the shower. It's just not, get all steamy in your room, whatever. But outside, it's like, oh, the birds is tweeting, the sun is shining, you get little rainbows popping off in your shower. You're like, yo, this is... But today, it was like thunder, lightning flashing, rain about to come. And I beat it. I took the fastest shower. It wasn't the fastest shower, but I took a pretty quick shower. And what also helps is the water pressure is higher on the outside. But anyway, point is I didn't die of getting struck by lightning while taking a shower outside during an almost thunder rain storm, lightning storm. So I appreciate the fact that I'm still alive at this moment in time. That was an unnecessary risk. Bridget's like, oh, why you take so many? I'm like, I was dirty. But whatever. Yeah, that's fine. But that's, we got that. We got Chadwick. We got, what's his name? Blake. I forget his first name. Shot in the back sometimes. Then we got another person that, my boy, he was riding his bike on a highway or something, and then the cop stopped him, blah, 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 and he started running. They shot him too. I don't know if he died. Probably, because usually when they shoot to kill. That's what my dad taught me. Blake Shelton? It wasn't Blake Shelton. That dude got jokes. It's something Blake. Blake is his last name. Rip. I mean, not Rip. He's not dead. He's still alive. Thank God. I mean, as much as I wouldn't like anyone to be shot in the back 7 times, at least he's alive, and at least he, with his kids and all that stuff. Because that's some bull. Anyway. Now I'm going to get political. Need to talk about the other stuff that is still messed up, but not so serious. So you can be like, oh, that's dumb. Okay. But, take your mind off a little bit of, there's a rest stop. There's a rest stop in the apocalyptic 2020 that we're living in right now. Of course, we're going to talk about Sony. We're going to talk about Xbox a little bit. I don't even want to talk about the Intellivision Amico, because that's just a joke. What's the other one? I forgot what it's called. It's like mad expensive. I was like, and it's like cartridge based. I'm like, okay, if they're like super close to arcade, I'm like, all right, but still no, I don't think so. Cause they say why they shot him. Halo is for JK. I didn't say anything about Halo. I said Xbox. Got jokes. Got judo. That's all right. I'm not going into that right now, cause my brain can only melt so much. I had to take drugs today. I can't even talk. I had to take. It wasn't real. Everything is acetaminophen. It's not. I mean, it's technically drugs, of course, but had a headache. I was like, you know what? I have no qualms about taking drugs. That's what they're there for. You take them, you put them in your body, you go goop, and then a few minutes later, whether it's placebo or not, hey, headache went away. I'm like, all right, cool. I think my brain got toasted yesterday. It was hot. Yo, if global warming ain't real, I don't know what the hell's going on, because, they're like, oh, it's going to be 90 degrees, but with the heat index, it's going to feel like 106. I'm like, huh? Wait, how you jump more than 10 degrees with with the heat index. And then that's more for me because I'm in a little toaster truck. And I'm like, ain't no AC. I'm looking at the Amazon dudes and they're just chilling. They're like, oh, they got the radio blasting, AC pumping. They leave their trucks running, which is a big no-no. I mean, they'll learn eventually. You know, one day, you know, they're not going to click it right. It'll be a little bit loose. You know, bam, it's going to go reverse, going to run over some children or something. I don't hope this to happen, but eventually something like that will. You leave your vehicle running, something like that might happen. Just saying, that's why they tell us we got to turn ours. Also, ours are old as dirt, so we gonna do. What's up, Bonds? How you doing? I appreciate coming through. I don't know why I have this alligator on my on Twitter. It's like an alligator swimming. Anyway, so the Bridge is talking shite in Facebook. Facebook is the book. It's the first the book. Excuse. So, Sony is weird. I mean, I always knew they're weird because Sony is a Japanese company. Let's break it. Let's be real. Sony's a Japanese company, right? Kamite. I don't know how to say it. And they're being they're a Japanese bus being driven by a British bus driver, if you want to put it that way, and an American in a Ford bus. Does that make sense? Is my analogy making any sense? Okay, here's this. The bus is made by Mark Cerny, right? Mark Cerny made the bus, and then you have Jim Ryan, he's driving the bus. Meanwhile, you know, I forgot who the CEO for Sony Japan is, but he owns the bus, if you will. And they're forever trying to figure out how to make money, right? So, you know, these are big, giant corporations. Sony is a multi-billion-dollar corporations in the tens of billions, I think. You know, Apple's like, they just crossed 2 trillion. Damn. Microsoft is 1 trillion plus. Damn. Everybody else is in the hundreds of billions or billions or whatever, right? Kaju says, they not weird. We just outsiders that don't understand they're all their customs. No. I don't mean. It's not hard to understand like customs and culture. All you gotta do is, you know, read up on it, which I haven't. So I agree with you on that respect. A lot of people don't. But when I say weird, I'm not talking about culturally per se, because as far as like Japan goes, you know, the one thing that I take away from Japan as a culture, as far as like business and generally speaking, is that it's a male centric culture basically, and the mans don't want to lose face, right? And this goes for corporations and the owners of said corporations, which are men. Well, we're talking about Sony for instance here, so right. So they don't want to lose face in any way. So a lot of messaging and a lot of what they do is, you know, they want to be, you know, either the good guy or the winner. You know, kind of like somebody, I don't know who does that remind you? Anyway, and I mean that's just the broad kind of basic in that as far as that particular you know, losing face and not being embarrassed and stuff, and the male centric culture, right? Just that alone. Yes, all companies want to win, of course, but not all companies will be like, oh shoot, we messed up, sorry about that, you know. For instance, you know, Jim Ryan, when they wouldn't do the crossplay, I mean, I was like, what? I mean, Apple's pulling something similar, but not really. Jim Ryan's like, yo, we got to protect the children. We don't know what's going on over on Xbox Live. We can't have. It's like, okay, first of all, that's not why you're doing it. So just be real, be transparent. Don't pretend that you're the righteous ones protecting the children by not, you know what I'm saying, by not allowing cross. That's not what this is, you know. And so I'm looking at that and I'm like, okay, that's bullshit right there. Okay, check one bullshit for Sony right there. Now Microsoft, they do it too. let's not get it twisted. Like you said, companies want to win, companies want to sell, blah, blah, blah. Strategies. Now, if you want to go head to head, you could do that. But, Nintendo changed the game by saying, you know what? Y'all could fight amongst yourselves. We're going to go over this way, zoop, and then boom. They're doing their own thing. They've been doing their own thing for a minute. Microsoft, they did the same thing, except it was a little bit, I don't want to say nuanced, but it was different, right? So they're like, all right. And it started this gen, next gen hasn't started yet, but it started this gen where they're like, yo, we lost the hardware sales competition, just the hardware sale units competition, but as far as everything else, like making money, they became a $1 trillion company within this time span, this generation. Not saying that Xbox pushed them over the edge, but it didn't hurt them, obviously, because how that means they'd be like, yo, Xbox is losing this money, sorry Phil, you got to go. You know what I mean? Not Satya would be like, nah son, nope. As long as Xbox is making Microsoft money, Satya's like, yo, Phil, what you need, just keep them trucks and money coming and pulling up, okay? So that's all. Break it down. That's what it is. And was it today? I don't even know when it was. But Sony announced that they're looking into publishing some more games on PC, i.e. God of War on PC. Now, I know that's kind of old news, kind of, sort of, but it's a reiteration of, it's a contradiction, basically, of what they were talking about. They were talking about, oh, we want, PlayStation is so special. Our games are so special. Oh, I gotta do the accent. Oh, oi. Sorry. Listen. I can't do it. The games, I can't. It's Australian. Anyway, the games are so special. Only can be on PlayStation 4, whatever game. PlayStation only. Yeah, that's how it is. Yes, PlayStation forever. And basically, they're doing that. Just what company wants to fail? No company. Looking at trends. Looking at the companies that are just like ubiquitous with whatever, right? Fortnite. It's on everything. All the kids is playing. You ain't playing Minecraft, you playing Fortnite. Or CSGO if you want to be real hardcore. If you want to be a gamer, you know what I mean? But Fortnite, or more specifically, is on everything. And they're not like, Epic's not like, nah, son, you have to buy the Epic box to play Fortnite. Oh, you have to have it on PC and you have to order it through the Epic Game Store in order to play Fortnite. And, it's not in a specific way. You have a phone, you can play Fortnite. Well, up until, the Apple thing. That's a whole other thing, right? So, and there's another story attached to that, too, with Apple and that denial. But the trend of all these companies being ubiquitous, like Fortnite, most kids are playing Fortnite everywhere. Netflix, most people got Netflix. And you can say Amazon Prime. There's other splinters to that, but you talk streaming, television, movies, and shows. Netflix is the first thing that pops in. It's vernacular. It's part of Netflix and chill. They got a movement going. You know what I mean? So Sony's like, they're not even on the same page. They still living in 1995. Like, yo, PlayStation. I'm like, all right, it's fine to stick with a winning strategy, but when something else comes along and is proven for years to be, World of Warcraft did this. I know I said this all before, but World of Warcraft did it. People were paying $15 a month to play Warcraft for how many years? Blizzard made so much money. It's crazy off of one game. So like that subscription model works better than let me sell a unit at a loss and hopefully make it up on games and peripherals. Because that's the Sony model right now. The Sony model right now is like, yo, we gotta get all these people to buy PlayStations, and then, we can make it up on the games and peripherals and stuff, right? Meanwhile, they have a pre-order. The pre-order, Keju says, Epic 100%. I'm with Epic 100%. And Keju also says, there is a kid outside with his mom right now. He has about 5 PS4 games on him. Sony knows. Huh? Sony knows. But we're, especially like now with the apocalypse and everything, that it's harder to go out. I mean, you could just order on Amazon, you get it in the mail. Same difference, right? You can still get a physical copy, but honestly, I haven't bought a physical copy. I haven't obtained a physical copy since Sea of Thieves, and that's when I got my Xbox One X. That's how long ago I actually bought a physical copy. The next physical copy that I'm going to buy is Cyberpunk. That's it. I don't know about the future. Anyway, back to the thing. So Sony's offering pre-orders to have a chance to buy a PlayStation 5. Right? So it's like a raffle for a chance to put a pre-order down to buy a PlayStation. Nobody, you don't know the price. Like, this is okay. So what I was trying to compare it to is like how Tesla, Elon Musk, he's like, all right, y'all want a Tesla? It's gonna come out. You want a Cybertruck? Yo, put $100 down. This is how much it costs. Everybody's like, yo, take my money, son. Take it. I want to be on the list. Right? I was like, all right, that's cool. They give you the price. You put 100 down, whatever. You know? I'm like, that's cool. Shoot, I give me 40 grand. I could probably swing that. I mean, it's a big ass. I don't know where I parked that thing. It's so big. But Sony, nah. They're like, oh yeah, pre-order. You know you want a PlayStation. Wait, how much it costs though? We're not ready to disclose that information right now. The price is not important. The most important thing is that you play a lot of PlayStation. We're gonna look at your PlayStation ID and we're gonna see how much you really love PlayStation. And based on that information, we're going to put you on a list of possible winners of the privilege to give us money before you know the price. And I'm like, what? So who gonna be dumb enough? Now I know early adopters, their stupidity is just leaps and bounds over normal humans, right? So it's like, of course they're gonna. So they don't count. But smart people are like, either eat food, pay rent, car payment, survive, or order a PlayStation. Let me think about that. Come on, son. We're in the apocalypse. Mad people losing jobs, lost jobs, and they playing these games. Come on, son. Come on. Sorry, could you? Keju says, meaning Sony got the younger generation. These kids gonna grow up with PS4 like we did Nintendo. Yeah, but that can change like that. You know, just like Xbox to PS4, so it's the same difference. It's Charlie and the Golden Ticket Sony version. Yeah. I got the ooh, that's a good parody video right there. I got the Golden Ticket. And put Jim Ryan's face on it because he is British. But although Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was, I believe it was filmed in Germany, if I'm not mistaken. That's Europe enough. That's close to UK. So it'd be like, ogo and ticket, have him sing ogo and ticket, buddy biddy. I don't know the words. That'd be, and put his face. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. You heard it here first. I'm gonna try to do it. I've never done a video like that before, but I should do that. I got the golden ticket. Now he sounds Jamaican. God, though, I had to work on my accents. How many people with resell will resell those reservations? That's why they're only letting one PlayStation 5. You know what's funny about it? It's like you can get one PlayStation 5 or two PlayStation 5 controllers or two PlayStation 5 controller docks or two headphones, two of the headphone thingies, or two remotes, two media remotes. I'm like, hold up. Why you need two media remotes? You only get one PlayStation. How does that make sense? And also two cameras. I'm like, what? Where? What? They are trying. You sound like British Bill Cosby. That's not bad. Maybe Bill Cosby, like I could put Bill Cosby's face, but like make it real light skin and put a wig on him, so it's like Bill Cosby, except with I was gonna say alopecia, vitiligo. You know what I'm saying? But with a light brown hair wig with top hat, because he would be Willy Wonka, giving everybody pills. Sorry. Too soon. It's not too soon. He's not even dead yet. Why is Bill Cosby still alive and Chadwick Boseman is not? See, the world. Okay, sorry. I went there. Sorry, got to come back. Zip, zoop, zoop, zoop. Zoop, zoop. If there was justice and karma and all, I would say that Bill Cosby would be colon cancer person and Chadwick Boseman would just be him and be a great actor. Sorry. Anyway, back to where the anger. I hate being angry. I hate the hate inside. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm looking at Twitter at the same time. Anyway, so Sony is doing this pre-order thing, and I'm looking at the internet, and I'm looking at Twitter, and I'm looking at like YouTube and stuff. And nobody thinks this is a good idea. Nobody thinks this is a good idea, but people are still going to do it because they want a PlayStation. They want to be the first, the early adopters, you know. And most of the time it's like a lot of it is like YouTubers and stuff. So they're like, "Yo, you got to get it so I can make a video and get some more subs and views." And I just look at my numbers. Don't look at my numbers. It will be hard for you to see them because they're so low. And that's not what I do this because fun. It's fun time. Fun, yeah, it's not fun. Not like, oh yo, I need to. If you could please subscribe and hit the like button. Nah. I would never say that. Okay, never say never. But I would fight hard to say something different because that's all I hear every time I watch a video. It's like, like and subscribe, hit the bell because people like it, and then you. I'm like, when that starts on a video, I'm like, bleep bloop, turn it right off. So if you say anything else important after that whole spiel, you just like and subscribe. I'm like, go on, son, I'm gone. I'm sleeping already. Mentally sleeping, but physically turning you off to get something else into my brain. Like and subscribe this. Anyway, another left turn. Anyway, so these pre-orders are happening. Nobody thinks this is a good idea, and it's like if you look at, it's kind of like Trump. You just look at it, common sense, right? And you're like, okay, he's not the best person. He lies a lot and he breaks the law a lot. Just a broad generalization. And then you look at Sony, right? And you're like, okay, they lost the power gen. They lost the power. See what's up on Xbox. They lost the power narrative. Oh, we'll talk about the Xbox stuff. They lost the power narrative, and so they're kind of scrambling to figure out, like, okay, what are we talking about? Who are we now? Are we the most powerful console and the cheapest? No, not anymore. So why should I buy a PlayStation 5? If I'm gonna play Call of Duty Black Ops 12, Black Ops, what's it called? Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. If I'm gonna play Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, BOCCW, Bakwa. Is that what it's called? Bakwa. If I'm gonna play that, COD Bakwa. If I'm gonna play that, why would I get a Commodore 64 when the Amiga 500 is right there, all pretty? If y'all know anything about old computers, the Commodore variety, you know that the Amiga 500 way better than the Commodore 60. I'm just saying, it's an analogy. It's a bad one, but I'm just saying. Everyone knows the Xbox Series X is better for multiplayer. Even the ponies. I'm watching these pony shows. it's a pony show, and they're like, yeah, let's call a spade a spade. Xbox Series X is the more powerful console. I'm gonna play all my shooters and my multiplats on that. But where the games, Microsoft? I'm like, okay, sure. The first party offerings kind of thin, kind of but if you have a reason to buy it, and most people are going to play Call of Duty, so if most people want the best experience playing Call of Duty, you're going to buy an X, you know, especially if the price is the big thing. The price is the last stop. Bond says, but can you fly Flight Simulator on Xbox? No, just more add to play more, pay more for Game Pass Ultimate. Well, it's supposed to come out eventually. They haven't given a date yet, but it's supposed to come out. I have Game Pass Ultimate, but I haven't downloaded Flight Simulator yet because I want to play it. But you know how big that game that game is huge. I'm looking at my hard drive space. I'm like, oh, I ain't got no room for that. I gotta get a whole nother hard drive, slap it in there. This be the Microsoft Flight Simulator SSD drive because I can't, you know. And I don't think I have. Let me rephrase that. I was gonna say I don't think I have a cap on my internet, but probably do. But it's so big that it won't show up. But at the same time, if I play Flight Simulator for, you know what I'm saying? If I play for a while, that cap's gonna go real fast. Bond says, yeah, it just booted up the Xbox One. It's 1,000 gigabytes for a Flight Simulator. It's not 1,000 gigabytes. It's 127, something like that. It's a lot. It's a lot. I was like, damn, that's a lot. Plus the streaming, the map data streaming stuff, the height and map data. I was like, nah, I'm done. But I'll play it eventually. But I've been watching videos. You know that they got, okay, tangent. They got animals. This one dude flew like over Africa, and he's like, yo, let's go. I guess, I don't know if it was a mod or whatever, but he flew over Africa and landed, and you could do a drone mode and fly around. And they showed the elephants. The elephants were like, bloop, bloop, bloop. And I was like, what is going on here? How is this? All right, this game just is all of a sudden the best thing. I'm hearing all these people like, I gotta play Flight Simulator. It's so beautiful. Oh my god! And don't even care about Flight Simulator. Don't even care about planes and nothing like that. I'm like, when's the last time a game like Flight Simulator has blowed up like this? Kaiju says Willy Wonka is a weird movie. I never seen it or heard of it until 1995. My GF at the time asked me to watch it with her. She said she was watching it since she was a kid. Weird ass cheesies. Yeah. Bonds, I know, was poking fun at the size. I know. Okay. I always wanted to play Flight Simulator. Yeah. It feels like 1,000, but it's not 1,000. It's 1,000 megabytes. No, it's more than that. But yeah, Willy Wonka is the best version of that story. I've never read the book, so I can't say. But Gene Wilder is really what. Well, I mean, a lot of things were good about the original, but the fact that Tim Burton couldn't pull off a better version of that story, you know, however many 30 years later, it's just like, okay, you know, you couldn't find another Gene Wilder. It's just whatever. We're not talking about that. We're talking about Sony's craziness. So it's just I don't know what else to say about that pre-order. And the other thing about the pre-order thing is that it's direct from Sony. It's not like they're going through third party. So, that's screwing over all the GameStops and the Walmarts and stuff. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna be mad at Sony, and Target, and everybody else, Best Buys and stuff. They're gonna be mad at Sony for cutting out their middleman. They're the middleman. They're cutting them out. I'm like, yo, where's our money? You know? And then I mean, you notice Microsoft closed all their stores for the most part, so they don't have that anymore. So they're going to be going through retailers, which is where a lot of people bought it anyway. Bond says, I go shoot people in the face on Battlefield and then World War Z and then watch VMA. Yeah, Jesus says, I never heard of the book or movie till 95. That shit was never on TV. It what? No. I'm pretty sure it was on TV because I've seen it. I saw Willy Wonka when I was a kid before I moved out. And I moved out in 93 out of my pops' house. So, yeah, I saw it before that. It was probably on, like, HBO or something. I'm pretty sure I saw it on cable. Bond says GameStop and other resellers will do early buyback to jump on the cash cow of Sony. Oh, true. So wait, is somebody gonna pre-order it and then sell it back to Best Buy or back to GameStop, and then they're gonna resell it? That would be weird. No, they direct sell. They'd be like, yo, I got a PS5, son. $1,000. I don't think $1,000 is enough, because if the console is gonna be freaking $700, I don't know how much it's gonna be. And you want to talk about price for a second, real quick? Everybody's like, oh man, you know, Alana Pierce is coming out. Oh, it's $5.99. Oh, it's $4.99. And yeah, she said, yeah, these are just people sending me stuff, and here's a picture, blah blah blah. They're probably just placeholders. I'm like, yeah, okay, grain of salt and all that. But let's say, I mean, it was leaked that the PlayStation 5 was $450 to make, right? My question is, was that the digital version, or was that the regular version with the Blu-ray in it, with the Blu-ray drive? That's my question, because if that was the digital edition, then they're in super trouble. They're in so much trouble, it's ridiculous. Because they are, this is a problem. This is a problem that Sony needs to figure out. They are focused on console sales when they're going to lose a lot of money on console sales. And that's so bad. That's how you lose a lot of money. And you could be like, oh, but we have market share. But yeah, but it doesn't matter if you're losing money per sale. I mean, that just doesn't sound like good business, right? Does it sound? I don't think it sounds. It doesn't sound good like good business. I'm not even a businessman. I'm like, wait, I'm losing money every time I send out a product to somebody who bought. How does that make sense? You know, isn't like economics 101 the opposite of that? And the reason why you lose money on the sale of a console is to get people into the ecosystem, right? Right? So people would buy the games and stuff for the console that they already bought, right? So they can make money on that stuff, right? Right. So if you want to do it that way, ecosystems, right? Now you can say, oh, right? You could say the PlayStation already has 106 million people in their ecosystem, whatever. Maybe. I mean, 106 or 100. Let's say 110. Let's be generous. 110 million consoles sold doesn't mean that all of them are paying for PlayStation Plus. You know, not even 2% of them are paying for PlayStation Now. Because when's the last time Sony boasted and bragged about PlayStation Now? When's the last time you heard about that? That is their direct competitive thing that they have against Game Pass. They ain't saying nothing about that. They're like, nah, let's not mention that because it makes us look bad. We need to save face because we don't want to look bad in any light. So if something sucks and it has Sony associated, we just gonna ignore that right quick. I'm just saying. Bond says, I know people will try to steal and resell the PS5. Yeah, probably. There'll probably be riots and stuff. Like, oh, they're gonna riot at Best Buy and steal the PS5s again, or try. They did it with the Xbox consoles. Bonds also says, could not find Xbox Live 12-month cards for months. Walked into a Rite Aid and they just had the card almost falling off the hooks. And you bought all of them, didn't you? Kaiju says, when you log on PS4, you see PS Now reminders. They do it all in-house. They have deals all the time on it. Yeah, because they're trying to sell it. I mean, it's the same thing with Game Pass. Game Pass has its own little button, basically. And you just go, oh, yeah. But the thing about Game Pass is, like, I mean, I have Ultimate until, 2022. So I'm like, I got it. So I'm like, oh, I wonder what's new. I go, blue, blue, oh, snap. And I downloaded like 3 or 4 games the other day because I was like, oh, I'm going to play Tell Me Why because I'm kind of interested. Like, graphics are okay, but I'm like, all right. And then there's a bunch of other games, too. I don't know why that one stuck out in my brain, but there was like 3 other games or 2 other games that were like, oh, yeah, Wasteland 3. Check that out. It's like, I've never been a Wasteland or isometric type of dude. I'm like, but yeah, I'm going to check it out. I got Game Pass, why not? And there was something else, but I don't remember. Bond says, I've seen PSN cards prices dropping for months. Yeah, they're trying to compete in a little bit of way. I picked up 3 Xbox Live cards, looked at them, and just left them. Yeah, I don't even. I mean, I might pick up some Game Pass cards if there's a deal or something on them. Pick those up, but nah, I got like 2 years. I got at least a year before I even need to start thinking about that. You know what I mean? So I'm good. which is good for me, even though they delayed Halo Infinite. I'm still not like, oh man, because I got Game Pass to 2022, June 2022. So I'm like, look, if Halo doesn't come out by June 2022, then yeah, there's more issues than me running out of Game Pass in June of 2022. So I'm like, oh, whatever. Bye, Bridget. See you later. But yeah, so I'm like, well, whatever. Just make the game good, man. That's all. Just make the game good. And then, I mean, we can talk about that for a quick second. Everybody was like, oh, man. I mean, I felt like reaching through the internet and smacking some people over at Microsoft because I'm like, y'all know, okay, y'all know this is the game that's supposed to be like, yo, what's up? Xbox, right? And I don't want to smack Phil because he's done really good stuff. I think I want to smack Aaron Greenberg only because I've met someone like, I'm not going to say like him because that sounds weird. I've met someone who was so hyped on themselves. It's good to have your own hype or whatever, but they were so hyped that they were delusional about what they were. And I mentioned this way before, but he was an artist. He was a rapper. And he swore he was the shit. He swore he was it. He swore he was lit. And I was like, I mean, I just listened to that Nas joint the other day. I put it on Facebook. I was like, yo, Nas is spit. Yo. And the beat was hot too. You know, you get a hot beat and throw new Nas on there now? It's not like old. Look, Nas has always been good. So me saying like it's not like it's old. Not old Nas was good too, but I'm saying like the new Nas are like, oh, he sound like younger. It's like his voice is a little higher or something. It's like he got a rejuvenation juice or something, serums, something. So I was like, all right, that's dope. But this dude, he was like, I'm the best. And he was spitting this stuff. I was like, yeah, I don't want to listen to this no more. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you hear something that's good, you're like, all right, yeah, I'm feeling it. But when it's like hot garbage, you're like, nah. And they're just delusional. And I see too many delusional people out there today. These days, in the apocalypse, there are a lot of delusional mud flowers. And I'm like, what y'all, I mean, come on, son. What side of the planet, what dimension did you come from where this is normal? Because this is not normal. Nothing normal. And I feel like Sony is kind of, it's like they got 1 foot in the other dimension and 1 foot in this dimension. It's like, yeah, okay, they did some cool, they make some good games. But then on the other side, they're like, yeah, our stuff is so hot. We're going to give you the privilege to maybe, hopefully purchase it, and then we'll see if you can purchase the PlayStation 5. If you... Sorry. I don't know how Bill Cosby got a job at Sony shoveling PlayStation stuff. I don't know. Don't look at me. I'm just saying. I didn't call Sony and say, yo, this dude, his name's William H. Cosby. Is his middle name H? I don't remember. I think it is. Huxtable? Is Huxtable his middle? He's a junior too, right? I think so. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not talking about Bill Cosby right now. Now I'm going to have a dream. Anyway. So, you know, Sony's doing that, which is not a good look. And I'm like, it's kind of scratching my head. The other thing is, they showed another Ratchet and Clank, an extended, a more in-depth. And I looked at it and I was like, that's the same demo. That's the same demo. How are they getting away with this? Does everybody have, are they up to the scrotum on Sony? Is everybody like in line, just ready to go? Slobber knockers? Is that a Stephen King book? I don't remember. I'm just saying, look. I'm like, yo. So he turned left for a second and then turns right. And okay, I'm going to give Insomniac one grain of credit. They actually put the lights in the screen space reflection. I'm going to say it's screen space reflection because out of all the things that I've seen on that Ratchet and Clank, I'm like, everything is in the screen that they're showing in the reflection on the floor. You notice that the angle of the camera is at a certain angle so that it reflects whatever is in the actual camera view, right? Also, remember when the tentacles came out with the pink kind of portal? No reflection. I'm like, how you doing selective ray tracing? Is this what this hot garbage PlayStation 5 is? It's like, oh, you get a few ray traces, but you don't get all the ray traces, because you know we're the PlayStation 5 and we're the best and we're very efficient. So we're just not gonna have everything? Come on, son. I mean, that game looks good, but does it look way better than the PS4 Ratchet and Clank? I don't think so. The only thing that's different is that, oh, we can go through the portals and it's really quick and load up. I'm like, okay, fast loading SSD. That's sure. Maybe it's a higher native resolution. Okay. Maybe there's a few more particles. But when you break it down for what kind of game it is, it's a PS2 game with really good graphics. It's a PS2 game with really good graphics. And that's my problem. Look at all of the Sony bangers. They're all like the gameplay, like Last of Us. The gameplay is like, it's alright. It's nothing like, oh, yo, the gameplay, this mechanic was never in any other game, and yo, this is changing the game. Games will never be the same. No. It's a stealth, murder the people, it's the zombies. What made it special was the story, for some people, and the production value. Graphics. You go along the list, along of all of them. Even God of War, as good as it is, I think it's the best example of a good game, and it went the furthest. But the gameplay is the gameplay that much different from the previous God of Wars? They changed the camera placement. Okay. And it looks better. Does it play better? I mean, that's subjective. Some people like the older God of War because it's more kinetic and it's more arcadey, I guess, or whatever. Sorry, I missed a few. Okay, it just says you forgot they sell in Japan and other countries. Maybe the U.S. is not their main focus. Well, Japan, they sell a little bit in Japan. I mean, Japan is not the biggest country or region, I would say. But I'd agree with you. Europe and that whole section is definitely in them. Tommy Knockers, I saw them. But from what Xbox has said is that they're gonna release worldwide. They're gonna release different than they did the Xbox One, because the Xbox One was like a staggered release, and now that just whatever. But this time they're gonna release all territories at the same time, so they should have an initial good outing. And especially the thing about that is like PlayStation and Xbox. Well, PlayStation launched PlayStation 4 launched 1 week before Xbox One, and they were, for the month of November, they were like neck and neck, you know. And that was because of the previous generation. Xbox was kind of the winner and all that stuff. But I mean, you know, PlayStation launched in more territories, and they were still neck and neck. So I'm like, oh, so if Xbox launches in all the territories, you know, more than they did with the One, and they have the more powerful console, and everybody knows that has been the rhetoric, that has been the narrative for months now. Nobody's doubting that. People are trying to say, oh, it's not about the power, it's not about the T-flops, and then they can say that. But the reality is, yo, you want a Pinto or you want a Mustang 5.0? You know what I'm saying? You want a Kia or you want a Lamborghini? You know what I'm saying? I'm just to go fast. That's my point, to go fast. Do you want a Volkswagen Beetle or do you want a Maybach? My Maybach. You want a Camaro or you want a rocket ship? I think rockets are faster. Who that? Okay. So it's I hate the fact that I have to kind of point out that Sony is it just doesn't feel, you know, when you meet somebody and it feels weird and you don't feel like, it's like you don't like them, but you don't know why you don't like them. You don't know why you don't like them. You're like, something is up with, it's something with that dude. You know what I mean? It's like how I feel about Trump. It's like, I don't like him. And I don't know you personally, but although he is attacking me and my family personally by some of the things that he does. So I especially don't like him a lot. And I feel that way about Sony, not about like a blanket statement, but certain things that they say and do. And I'm like, it started this gen with the whole crossplay. I think the crossplay thing was like the jump off, because they were winning. And I was like, okay, they're winning. Let's see what they do with their lead and all that, and the mind share. What do they do? And what did they do? They just coasted. They coasted the whole generation, and they put out their games. Not going to take that away from them. They put out their great games. Greatness awaits. They waited. You all waited. Greatness came, and I mean, Last of Us was okay. I'm gonna say it was good. I'm gonna say it was great. I'm just saying it's okay. Other people will say, hey, you know, Last of Us was, I mean, Ghost of Tsushima, I think, is getting better scores or getting more players than nobody's playing Last of Us anymore. And you notice, Last of Us, they announced the Ghost of Tsushima. They announced the multiplayer for that, the co-op multiplayer. Where's the Last of Us 2 multiplayer? I mean, I know they said it's going to be a separate thing or whatever, but they were quick to give you that Ghost multiplayer, son. They're like, people don't care about the Last of Us. Let's do the Ghost one. Everybody's like, yeah, man, the Ghost of Tsushima multiplayer co-op mode, that's going to be dope. Nobody's talking about the Last of Us right now. One and done, baby. I'm just, if your model for your console and your business is to sell console units in order to sell games, sure, but you have to make sure that people are still playing. See, the whole thing about what Microsoft did this generation, they said, and Phil said this, he said, the future of gaming is service as a game. And people don't like that terminology. They don't like, oh, I don't want, just blah, blah, just gonna try to milk the money. I'm like, but yes, but it's not, if it's not malicious, then it's fine, right? It's like, oh, you don't have to buy into it, but you know, if you want a suit, if you want a hat for your character, you can buy it, whatever. It's not crazy. And that's what the model is. And you look at all the most successful games, the games that people are still playing years after release. That's what it is. Games of service. Rainbow Six Siege. Still playing that game, son. Years after. Games of service. Minecraft. Games of service. Roblox. Games of service. Fortnite. Games of service. Apex Legends. Game. Everyone has fallen in line and said, yo, we need to put one of those games out. EA did it. You know, Microsoft did, of course. Everybody's doing it, right? Where's Sony's? Where is Sony's games of service game? First party games of service game. Is Ghost of Tsushima co-op gonna be it? I don't think so. Was that Destruction Derby one where they jump out of the vehicles? Is that the one? I can't remember what it's called. It looked like Bleeding Edge with cars. And Bleeding Edge was kind of a failure. It wasn't horrible. It was kind of flat. I was played it a couple of times. I was like, I don't know about this game. And the funny thing is, like, I like the dude, the samurai dude. He was like a samurai hip hop dude. He was dope. He was like slice, slice, slice. I was like, oh. But everybody else was like bloop, 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 bloop. I was like, I don't know. They should have maybe just had a whole bunch of samurai clans or something like that. And then had a whole bunch of roller people clans. The lady with the bike leg, the bike wheel leg, and then the chicken lady, the lady with the chicken legs, and the Australian lady with the pink hair. Have a bunch of Australian I don't know. They had the characters were very eccentric, different, unique. But I was like, I can't. Cool. But yeah, so I it's hard for me to feel good about how Sony handles their business with the way that they're with their messaging. Like with this whole pre-order thing, I'm like, that doesn't sound like a. I mean, yes, companies are trying to make money and want your money. That's the bottom line for them. But there's a way to do it where the customer feels good. Even if I wasn't a Game Pass subscriber. Before I was a Game Pass subscriber, I was like, nah, son, I'm not doing that. I like physical game, blah, 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 right? I wasn't having it. Got it. I became a believer. But even people who aren't a believer or who aren't whatever, they realize that Game Pass is the best deal in gaming, right? And that's what needs to happen on the Sony side. You need to be like, yo, not just because, oh, I'm a fanboy, so yeah, PlayStation. No. Be like, yo, I like how they do their stuff. I like how they come out and they say stuff and they offer stuff and do stuff. Instead of going out there and forcing you to buy a PlayStation 5 or buying content and locking it out of other places, and that's part of, competition. But that seems, that's how they used to do it. That's what Microsoft did back in the 360 days, right? But that wasn't nice either. And that was before Sony realized, oh, that's how you're supposed to do it, right? But now Microsoft's like, we're not gonna do that anymore because that feels I don't want to say prerogative, but he's just like, yeah, we're not doing that no more. It's not about locking people out. It's about giving them choice. And I'm like, okay. And so what they're doing as far as Game Pass, that's what they're focusing on. And it's a little, I don't want to say sickening, but it's like, oh, Game Pass. That's all I hear is Game Pass. But he's got a good point. And as long as they keep putting games into Game Pass, I'm good. Third-party games, like they have the money and the opportunity. No, they might have the opportunity. The potential for Game Pass is bananas. Like, you see how Sony's like buying all these third-party deals, only on PlayStation. This is the PlayStation exclusive part of the COD, blah, 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 right? Microsoft can do the same thing. Phil can do the same thing with Game Pass. He'd be like, yo, Cyberpunk 2077, day one Game Pass, baby. Boom. Drop the mic. And then I'm like, well, shoot, then I don't really have to buy the physical copy right away. I can just wait for a minute. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, they have the opportunity to go and do the same thing Sony's doing, except it's not as it doesn't seem to be as predatory because it's not like they're holding stuff away from the other, unless they have exclusive content on Game Pass, then that's a different story. But if they just say the game's gonna be on Game Pass day one, as it is released in stores and everything place else, then that's automatically, it's like, oh, well, I got Game Pass, so why would I buy it on the PlayStation 4? Even though they have exclusive content, I'm already paying for it. I got it. It's already there, preloaded, ready to go. That's very compelling. Super compelling, and that might be an avenue that they might want to venture through. He did say that they were going to work on some third party there's some third party news and stuff, and I was like, they already have a deal with CD Projekt Red as far as marketing. So if they give them some more cash, be like, yo, here's some more money, let's get on Game Pass, son, then I'm like, shoot, I'm still gonna buy a physical copy because they put a lot of good stuff in there. They put a lot of they put maps. They probably put a freaking robotic arm in there, a little prosthetics. Give me some cyber augmentations in there. I be look, I got my cyber eye. I be like, yeah, boy, that's what happens when you pre-order. That's what happens when you get the physical copy. Anyway, tired of talking about Sony. Let's talk about Xbox. Box. The box be the box. It's the best box, I guess. I don't know. Xbox One, the Xbox Series X in particular, won some awards. Well, what? No, we didn't. Yes, it did. Limited. Ooh, behind the scenes of the medium. Hey, man, watch that later. Later. I love those things. Oh, I'm sorry. I've also been playing. Which game are you most excited to play? Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk at 57.9%. Miles Morales at 25%. You see what I'm saying? When it's exclusive, then oh wow, Adventures got 6%. Assassin's Creed Valhalla got 11. Yeah, Miles Morales is in trouble. Cyberpunk's gonna come out and smack Miles all up and down New York City. Anyway, so what I was saying is that they won. Let me find it. They won the best expansion Xbox. On the follow Xbox, on the follow Microsoft. I'm skipping PlayStation. Follow Halo. That's it. Oh, game development. Follow that too. Yeah. Where'd it go? It's coming up. Here it is. Xbox. I put it on this screen. Move it over a little bit. Whoops. Hey, Chad. I'm sorry, Chad. I don't want to do that. Back. Oh, what did it say? Not that guy. Wait, what happened? Hey, where'd it go? No. Oh, there's another one here. I get it. I don't know why that one popped up. Hey. Most wanted award. So yeah, it was the most wanted tech award basically. I can't find. I wanted to find whatchamacallit, the other one, but it's the most wanted tech award, and I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Oh, here it is. Is that the same? No, it's another one. And as far as I know, the PlayStation 5 wasn't even in the nominations. I'm like, what? How's the PS5 not in the nominations for best most wanted tech of 2020? That doesn't. What? That's not good. That's not a good. So we're gonna see it right now. They're gonna show in television. Wait, television's on the list. So maybe somebody lied. Xbox Gaming, xCloud, Xbox Cloud, Game Pass Cloud, Xbox Series X. Yeah. Let's see who else. That's it. So wait, why wasn't PlayStation? Why was a PlayStation in there? Was that politics? Somebody pay, or nobody wants it? Is it all hype, and nobody's backing it up? Honestly, here we go. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Here's the truth. As a former graphics whore. Hello, my name is Stephen Stephen, and I'm a graphics whore. Hi, Stephen. I used to be. I'm not anymore, which is good. And I'll never go back. As a former graphics whore, dude, you need to look. He almost Santa Claus in it right there. Put a freaking hat on and color that white. I'm jealous of his. I'm jealous, but the middle's a little short, my friend. You know what I'm saying? It's too long on the sides of the middle. I have the opposite problem. I'm too long on the middle. Anyway, I totally lost my train of thought. The wow, Xbox Series X won. The best. If the PlayStation 5, if people wanted the PlayStation 5 as tech, then it would have won, right? So this is bad for Sony because it's showing that the narrative isn't all about Sony's the best, Sony's the most powerful, right? So what that does is it shifts the conversation to exclusives. So now the focus is solely on exclusives. It's taking away that power that they had this gen, which was in the beginning of the gen, that the PlayStation 4 plays all the third-party games better. Remember, 1080p makes you a better gamer and all that stuff? They lost that. Now, it's just about the exclusives. What exclusives you got at launch? We got Spider-Man. What you got? Halo got delayed. That's what I'm hearing. And I'm like, okay, where you going to play Call of Duty? Where you going to play all these other games? You know? You going to play on PlayStation 5? You going to buy PlayStation 5 for Miles Morales. And here's the thing about that. If Miles Morales was a bang up and down, brand new game built on the hardware, only on the hardware of the PlayStation 5, I'd be like, yup, that's good. But it's not. It's a game that was being prepared for the PlayStation 4, and somewhere along the line, they said, nah, PlayStation 4, nope, just PlayStation 5. So they're like, oh, okay, so we'll up the resolution and add some ray tracing and call it a day, I guess. Faster load time. So it's like they're not leveraging the power of the PlayStation. Not really. I mean, it'd be faster load times and they'll do all the fast travel so fast, right? But other than that, it's a PlayStation 4 game that they ported up. And they pretending it's not even a full game. And that's another problem I have with Miles Morales. I said this before, is that Miles Morales deserves his own unique full solo game. Why Black Lives Matter? Why doesn't Black Lives Matter? Why doesn't Sony care about Black Lives? Because they're shortchanging Miles Morales. You know what I'm saying? They're giving him a little discount game. It's messed up. They did the same thing with Uncharted. Oh, there's 2 women leads. There can't be just one woman lead. Oh, since it's a woman that they're leads, so it's going to be a shorter game. Not as important. I mean, is that me just being hyperbolic? Or is that what's happening over in Japan? Sony Japan, how they're like, yeah, we don't like black people and we don't like women. So y'all get the leftovers. Y'all get the scraps. Y'all don't get as much shine as the white man. It's a shame. And they're Japanese, not even white. So I'm like, why is Nathan Drake the poster boy for PlayStation? PlayStation's been around since 95. Well, 94 technically. Why is Nathan Drake? Xbox, 2001, first game, launch game, Halo, Master Chief. That's him. He is Xbox. And he's been delayed, but he's still Xbox. So, what was the first PlayStation 1 exclusive, from Sony? That should be, you can't say Crash Bandicoot, because they don't own that no more, so that don't count. It should count. I mean, if they were for real, they would get it back, or try to get it back. Like, but I don't think they owned it. I think that was always a third-party exclusive anyway, so I don't think they ever owned it. I'm not sure about that, so don't quote me. But I don't know. It's pretty crazy that everybody is shifting narratives and stuff just to get that Dragon Age concept art. Okay, that's all right. Yo, Pope be doing some nice art on consoles and stuff. I'm like, yo, that's pretty dope. Yo, that's pretty. What's that say? If you have DNA, 20. That's a lot of spit, man. Damn. He said, look at these pathetic ponies flip-flopping about PS exclusives on PC. That's another thing. Oops. The whole PlayStation... I don't understand ponies. I'm going to say ponies because normal people wouldn't be like, oh, no, and hate Microsoft or Sony for putting their games on PC. That doesn't make any sense, right? It's like, yo, we want to make a little bit more money. It's a PC. It's not an Xbox. So why y'all crying? And it's that whole winning kind of mentality, like, oh, we're the winners because we're special or whatever. And so when it goes to PC, then you don't feel as special. And also, the games play better on PC. All those exclusives that people are like, oh, this is the best game, look how good it is. And then they show it on PC, it's like killing the PlayStation 4 version. PlayStation 4 Pro version is hot garbage compared to the PC version of Death Stranding. And Horizon Zero Dawn don't even run right on PC. It's like, how? Yeah, we got to fix it because we suck at PC games? I don't understand. It's like, y'all got to cheat so much on the PlayStation 4 Pro, whatever, that you can't code for a regular PC? Is that what's up? I don't understand. What the hell's going on? But, I mean, they'll fix it, obviously, because, just throw a patch up there. Blam, it's fixed. But it's kind of crazy that the ponies are crying about PS4 games going to PC, and it's really it's indicative of a certain little segment of the I would say the vocal minority on the PlayStation side. Everybody else is just like, oh, that's the one to get, okay, boom. But what's gonna happen this holiday when people are buying Xboxes because it plays Call of Duty better? That's what people are gonna do. It's like, yo, which one you gonna get? I'm gonna get an X because that's where I play my shooters, and that's what the games is better games. It's gonna play better. I want all those frames and the resolution together, And then now they're coming out. Oh, it's gonna play 120, 4K on the PlayStation 5. I'm like, no. That's some lies. I'm gonna tell you right now. That's some lies because. Now, tell me right now what computer can play Call of any game at 4K 120? Barely any. And if they are, they're way more powerful than the specs on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox Series X for that matter. So what it's going to be is it's going to be upscaled to 4K. Whether it's checkerboard, whether it's whatever they're going to use. I don't know if they're using machine learning like Xbox, but they're going to upscale it to 4K. So it'll be like 1080p 120. Native 1080p upscaled to 4K 120. That's what it's going to be. So you can't sit there and say 4K and just and then somebody call you out like, yeah, it's 4K. It outputs signal of 4K. Like, yo, why you playing? You know what we mean. When you say 4K, we mean native 4K. We're not going to play semantics right now. And that's what Sony has been doing all this generation. You go to a store, if you can go to a store, you look at the box of a PlayStation 4, You look at the PlayStation 4 box. What does it say? It says 4K on it. The only thing that you can watch 4K on your PlayStation 4 is, you ready for it? Streaming video. And I think there's one indie game, Mantis Racing or something like that. Some indie racing game that was actually native 4K. Other than that, I don't think there's any games that are actually native 4K on the PlayStation 4 Pro. They can't even play 4K Blu-rays, But it says 4K on the box. So people are buying it like, oh, yeah, it's 4K, yay. I want to know the percentage of people who bought a PlayStation 4 Pro or 4 and thought that they could buy a 4K Blu-ray and bought a 4K Blu-ray and tried to play it and it didn't work. I want to know how many people did that because there have to be numbers on that. There have to be people who did that. But you don't hear it. Nobody's talking about it, So that's all right. The proof will be in, if you think about how these console generations happen, how it works. Yes, exclusives are important, but for this generation, they weren't important until 2017, 16, 17. So 3 to 4 years into the generation is when it jumped off. And why was that? Because that was when the games that they were working on were ready to come out. And that's what's going to happen this year. Although Sony might put out their games earlier because they're excuse me. Wow. Their hardware was out earlier. Their dev kits were out earlier than Xboxes because they're a lot of people aren't talking about the fact that the PlayStation 5 was supposed to come out in 2019 last year, but I guess they got wind of what Xbox was doing, so they had to re-up and overclock and do all this crazy stuff that's going to really hurt the PlayStation 5 in the end. And that's why it's so huge. It is the biggest console. Oh my God, it's so big. It's like, that's a super turn off. It's a super turn off, and it was a turn off for the Xbox, the original Xbox One. And it's gonna be turned off. I was listening to the Bombcast this week. Brad Shoemaker straight up said, he was like, I was thinking about it, blah blah blah, and then I took a look at the PlayStation 5 once again. I forgot what the context was, but he took a look at it in a certain light, and he said that console is ugly as hell. Well, he didn't say that exactly, but he realized that the PlayStation 5 is an ugly piece of hardware. It's ugly. I'm looking at it right now. Look at it. It's right here. You see it? I'm like, no. It looks uglier laying on its side. It's just so sad. I'm like, why would you? Oh, this is a cool carpet. I think I want to get that for Bridget. She'd be like, she'll like fall into it. Like, what are you doing? It's such a cool effect. Anyway, Xbox. What is she saying? Der launchen nachher sind und at when we're all next gen Physik noch nicht. I can't speak German, as you can tell. Quoten French Mitch touched them Uber. I said Uber. Then most wanted tech are there. Award there. How the hell? How she got a? How do people get Xbox? What? Yo, she about to. That's Sony. That's Sony getting mad. Like, we're the most powerful console. What you talking about? We didn't do my job. Pre-order. Oh man. All right. Post up. I listen to Post up. Post up's pretty cool. I'd rather have a system that I've seen running games, a system I've seen a physical teardown on, than a system that have shown games but we haven't seen physical and haven't got a physical teardown on. Yet tells me it was captured on PS5. That's another thing I wanted to say. It's like they keep saying PS5, like the last demo said it was on a PS5. I highly doubt that. I would say more that it was probably on a PS5 dev kit. We know those exist. We've seen those. So if they say it was on a PS5 dev kit, it's not exactly lying, so they can't get liable for it or sued for false advertisement. But like I said before, Sony they be slick, they be sly with their words, and they say, well, I mean, it was the truth. It was a PlayStation 5 dev kit. It's the PlayStation 5, right? It wasn't on the PC, so it was the truth, kind of, sorta. It's like, and they get away with it because it's like they find a loophole in all the semantics and stuff. And that's what pisses me off, because I'm like, yo, just put it on an actual PlayStation 5. I know you got one out there. I seen the one that I put out there. that big ass console. Fall Guys current build supports the Xbox One. Okay. I don't know what that means. Ponies, I have a question for y'all. For you all. Will you also be playing Sony exclusives on your 2080 Ti PC or just Microsoft exclusives? You see what's happening? Do you see what's happening? That's a good point there. It's a pretty good point there. I can pull this over a little bit. Yeah, because that's another narrative thing where they're like, oh, why do I need to buy an Xbox? I could just play it on my PC. So all I need is a PlayStation and PC. But now Sony's like, yeah, we're gonna go on PC too. So like, why do you need a PlayStation 5? You can just play it on PC. You know what I'm saying? So the narratives and the rhetorics are starting. They're trying to figure out, oh, how can we say it so that we're not wrong? I don't know. 343 recently confirmed the campaign will run at 4K 60 frames with ray tracing on Series X. No, PlayStation 5 runs open world 4K plus 60 frames plus FPS. I can see Craig smiling from far away. Listen, here's the thing. that needs to happen. Craig needs to be in Halo Infinite. I'm not just talking about the Craig that they showed I'm talking about an actual brute named Craig, and he either needs to be like a trader or something, like not apologist, a whatchamacallit for the UNS, a spy or something, or he needs to be his own like sub boss where he's like a second or third lieutenant from not Atriox, but whoever, I forgot what the other guy's name is. Atriox, but the other guy who was in the trailer. So if Craig is in there and he has his own special, I just bit my own special side mission, yes, give me Craig. Give me, look, if Joe Staten is going back to lead the ship to camp, you need to put Craig in. Please put Craig in Halo Infinite. Please put Craig in. This is what this extra is for, to put Craig into Halo Infinite and to make the graphics, the lighting. I'm just saying, make it. And honestly, like I said before, it's not so much the character design and all. I've heard people say, "Oh, the art is from Halo 1, so a grunt's gonna look like a grunt from Halo 1. It's not gonna look next gen." I was like, that's not correct. That's not accurate. The problem with Halo Infinite, the problem with what it looked like you're looking at this art right here, right? This is not what we saw. We didn't see like this is art, so this is different. But it needs to look like the Pacific Northwest, for real. You know what I mean? Like you go into the Pacific Northwest, you go into the woods, into the rainforests up there and stuff. Do that, you know? Make the environment look like almost photorealistic. That way, they can't be like, oh man, I mean, I know it's open world, or I don't know if it is an actual open world, because of if they're going to be on Xbox One. Also, what they need to do is this, or what they should do, not need to do. What they should do is do two separate versions of Halo Infinite. They should do an Xbox One version, and they need to do an Xbox Series X version. I say this because the hardwares are so different that it's impossible to take full advantage of the Xbox Series X version without sacrificing if it's going to play on the Xbox One. It's just like Lord of the Rings, Shadow of Mordor, right? The Xbox 360 version of Shadow of Mordor was different. They took out the Nemesis system, but it was in the Xbox One version. So same game, two different versions. The Xbox One version was better, had more stuff because it could. That's what they need to do with Halo Infinite. Whether it's like you don't make a separate map or campaign or anything, but make it so that you can traverse the whole ring without, sectioning it off and load times and stuff like that. Just put the load times in the Xbox One version. People will understand. It's old gen. People aren't going to get mad. But you need to make the Xbox One X version, the Xbox Series X version, the best it can be on that hardware, and not have any shortcuts or shortcomings because of the Xbox One version needs to be this way and that way. And so in that respect, make it two separate branching versions of the same game. Campaign is the same, the cinematics, all that stuff is the same, but like I said, you're going to stream in assets better on the Xbox Series X. So you can have a longer stream distance. Level of detail could be greater. I'm not too sure with the mesh shading and all that stuff. Just implement all these things to make that version the best it could be. And use some of the tricks of the old generation that worked. I'm looking at Ratchet and Clank and I'm like, that looks like a really good game, but I don't see anything besides the fast loading that makes it unattainable on the PlayStation 4 Pro. Let's just say that. So, and they're doing maybe it's more and more particles. Maybe that's it. And that's pushing it over the edge. So do that. There's certain things you can do. And I know it was still months out, and that's when the super polish happens at the end. But still, you got everybody shook with that initial look. So look, yo, Yo. Look, see, this is what I'm talking about. The look at this. Look at this. This is a meme. That does look like a coffee table, don't it? But it looks like entertainment. You know what? I'm not joking about this. Someone needs to make a PlayStation like TV stand that looks like a PlayStation 5, just like that. That would be hilarious, and mad people would watch that video. Make it. I like to make things. So whoever builds furniture, make that. Make that. That's not hard to make. I'm saying it's not hard. Curve this. Okay, it is kind of hard to make because this is all weird and curvy. Maybe they're doing fiberglass or something. I was gonna say make it out of wood, but that's a little hard. Yeah, man, that's fun. Wow. That's I'm gonna retweet that one. Retweet it. Football. What's football? Is there people in the stand? They don't even show. Oh, that's indoor football. What is that? I don't know. He's running. Look how far he's running. Where did Chile? Oh, snap. Oh, that's college. Oh. I love it when a good run back is that wasn't even a run back, but that's a good when he didn't really juke. He just ran one way and he ran the other way. It's not like he said doo doo. Like who did that? I forgot who did that. He just said, I'm gonna run this way now. Skirt. And it wasn't even yeah, man, y'all suck. White team, who y'all suck. Who was that? I don't even care. Daily reminder that Xbox is full RDNA and is by far the most powerful console going into the next generation. If this upsets you, I'm sorry. Tim Dog, he's definitely an Xbox dude. Xbox first party and Game Pass on PC are doing so well, others are following suit. Oh, I think they're talking about PlayStation, right? Good. Oh, look at that! Look at when he was all. I was gonna say young. But he looks the same, except for a good burger. That's it? Oh, you suck. You suck. You suck. What's that? Is that a beer? Oh, it cuts the top off. That's dope. Huh. Oh, that's pretty dope. Huh. Dear Xbox, we know it's been a really difficult time for everyone. Rifle range of this could be a release title or this is demonstrating velocity. It's time to see what the beast can do. That's true. They haven't really been kind of bragging on that. And the funny thing is, on the PlayStation side, the only game that's really taking advantage of the PS5, the SSD, is Ratchet and Clank. Everything else is like, I mean, they haven't shown God of War, but Kari Balog's not even leading that one. There's somebody else doing that one. So I'm like, oh, okay. About to see Empire Strikes Back with my family in the theater. Don't do that. Well, he's gonna do it anyway. It's not like, what is that? Does that say Van Helsing? What does that say? I can't read it. No, Bloodborne. I don't care. So did I hear this right? Call of Duty $70 if you want to play on Series X and Xbox. Pay $5.60 if you want to play. I think a lot of people buy the PC version. The whole thing about next gen and all these companies trying to milk the players. It's like, oh, you want the next gen version? You gotta pay extra $10. I'm like, whatever. Wakanda forever. 7 of the night. Did I talk about those Gotham games? I don't really care about them. Gotham Knights. I was like, might play it, might not. We talked about the Batman trailer like all the last week, and I was like, I'm still thinking about it. I'm like, yo, the Batman's gonna be about good. Been playing Grounded some more. They had an update on Grounded, which is I'm not gonna play it now tonight. Actually, I don't like playing it on the OG Xbox because the frames are just too low. Frame rate matters. I should make a shirt. FRM. Excuse me. Frame rate matters. Hashtag frame rate matters. White text on black t-shirt. Frame rate matters. And they added a crow. And with the crow, I thought the crow was going to be like flying and destroying my houses and like eating me like I'm a little morsel. But he was just chill. He flew and it landed on one of the laser beam things, and he was just chilling like, "Bah," and pick it at himself, and then he flew away. I was like, oh. And then you see him like flying like way up in the sky. I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. And also, they added a human footprint, like a boot print, like right near where my house was. And the cool thing is that I built like a bridge going across the whole map, and they didn't destroy any of my buildings or anything. And it looks like that would have destroyed it. So I was like, oh, I appreciate them like adding little kind of little details, because it definitely wasn't there. And they added that one. I was like, that's dope. So they added that, and they said with the crow comes feathers as a thing, and also they added water fleas. I don't know what they do yet, but the feathers, you can make more stuff, so you can actually make a regular bed type of bed. So I was like, oh, okay, that's dope. And I don't know what else, so I gotta look into the crafting stuff with that. But grounded is like, if you liked Minecraft but you kind of got tired of it, you're like, whatever. Grounded is like the replacement because of the I mean, there's the survival part of it, which I'm just playing it on regular. I'm not playing it on like super easy or super hard. And it has the building stuff, and it also has a lot of exploration. So I found there's a base that's in the I talked about this before. There's a base in the bush that's up near the house. And so I found it, and I got on the base. I was like, oh, man, I got inside of it because there's a way you can get inside, but all the doors are locked. So I was like, they have it locked up because of reasons, because they're not ready or whatever. And I looked in one of the windows, and there was like a little baby spiders running around. I was like, oh, boy, there's probably a spider inside somewhere or something. I was like, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. John Blue says, I'm hoping most ideal for SX, Series X. To have a great launch without Halo. Undercut Sony by $50 to $100. Knock down MP wall or make free-to-play games free. 3-month Game Pass in box. Crossfire X, Medium, Flight Sim, Gears Tactics, and Scorn. Yeah, Gears Tactics, I played a little bit of that on the PC, and that's pretty dope. Launch as day one exclusives will be good in my opinion. Yeah, that's not bad. Ice Cube says rip for Chadwick Boseman. Yep. Wait a second. Let's read this. Sony CEO Yoshida says PlayStation platform should be judged by user count, not hardware units sold. Oh no. Oh, that was in February. Let's see what this is. Oh, let's post up. They say it's fake though. What? They saying it's fake though? Why are they saying it's fake though? What? This is okay. Hold on, let me see what that. They say fake news. The font don't even match. FN, grocery stores. Huh? Why is this over here? Bring it over here. What does it say? The company's biggest headache. I can't even read that. Oh, that's not even. Why is all of these things like all garbage and like stupid color? I can't read it. People with PlayStation business. But yeah, I think I heard him say that before though. So that's nothing new. Anyway. But yeah, actually came down. It was amazing. Xbox just shows real gameplay during the XSX ASAP, but people are overacting in my opinion. Xbox will show actual gameplay around September. Shut up all the noise. All this noise. That's true. I think they should have. Honestly, I'm gonna say until late October they have until. You know what I mean? People are assuming like, oh, no. All you gotta do is let it marinate for a bit, right? And then they could come out in September or like late September, early October. We're like, bam, check this out. Bam, check this out. Running. Bam, check this out. Ray tracing. Bam, check this out. Boom, boom, boom. One after another. And then it's like, oops. You know, you spring it on them at the last minute. Oops. Okay, No, not gonna watch that. God dog it, man. Black Panther. Black Panther. Oh, let me look at this one. Sony says to expect more of its first party title places. I'm gonna read this. It's gonna pop up over here. Pull it over here. Eurogamer. Okay, fine, Eurogamer. I'll give you some Oreos. Sony has said it'll continue to release first party PlayStation games on PC. In its 2020 corporate report, oh, you know it's serious when it's a corporate report. Sony talked about the future of PlayStation and, of course, the upcoming release of PlayStation 5. Buried within the generic non-committal notes is a single nugget. The confirmation Sony will release more of its games on PC. PlayStation has largely ignored PC, instead focusing on creating exclusives for its consoles, while it's marketing for... Let's do it like a news anchor. Hold on. Ooh. Sony has begun... While its marketing for PlayStation 5 has reinforced the idea of console exclusives, Sony has begun to dabble with putting its PlayStation games on PC, with the release of the PlayStation 4 exclusive Horizon Zero Dawn on Steam in August 2020. One side tangent. I was watching the kind of funny X-Cast, whatever it's called, with Alana and Snowbike Mike, whatever his name is, and Gary Whitta. Snowbike Mike puts on that host voice. And I just can't. I'm like, stop. Just talk like a normal dude. Because he did it the last show that they put on. Like, he wasn't talking for a long minute. It was like, I forgot who. It was Paris. I think Paris Lily was on there. And then Alana and then Snowbike. And then, they were talking for, Mike wasn't talking for a minute. And then he came back and said something. And he didn't sound the same. He just sounded like a regular dude. Like, yeah. I was like, oh, that's Mike. That's what he really sounds like. Because he's like, I'm like, no, don't do it. You don't need to do that. Okay, maybe you went to journalism school or something, but just talk like a normal person, please. Please talk like a normal person, like me. Did you see that dog? Talk like me. Anyway. Quote, we will explore expanding our first-party titles to the platform in order to promote further growth in our profitability, Sony said in this report. Dog, come on, son. I mean, yes, that's what you're supposed to tell your investors. Like, hey, we want to make y'all more money, okay? So what we're gonna do, and we do it, right? But you don't want to tell the fanboys that, because they're gonna be like, ah! What is Crap Gamer gonna do now? Is he gonna go to Nintendo Switch? He got no place to go. Is he gonna turn into a PC gamer? You know what I'm saying? This is like some Sony. I mean, their minds are being blown. I can't believe it. No, Sony, why are you doing this, Sony? Why? Why the betrayal? Why are you betraying us? I've been spending all my money for years buying all of your consoles and all your games, and now you know what? Yeah, you traitor. You in the PC. That's what they sound like in my mind. I don't know what I sound like with you. That's what they sound like to me. This means more PlayStation exclusives coming to PC. But what? Media Molecule's Dreams seems like a safe bet. But could the likes... Here's the thing, like, Dreams should have started on PC. As a, hey, you want to make little indie games for the PlayStation? Dude, Sony had the opportunity to create their own type of Roblox type of ecosystem. Like, Roblox is its own game dev ecosystem within the game itself. That's what Roblox is basically just a game engine. A weird one, but, that's what it is. That's where you go and play. You're not playing Roblox. You're playing in Roblox, And Minecraft is kind of the same, too. They have different, games and stuff. within Minecraft. And then you still have, vanilla Minecraft. But they could have done that with Dreams. The only problem is it's a PlayStation 4 exclusive. That's the problem. So their whole mentality with this exclusive, keeping their wall garden all sectioned off, so you have to buy a PlayStation, has backfired in the greatest way because, like I said, Dreams is dope. For what it is, for like a game creation tool, Dreams should have been PC. And if they would have said, yep, and you could, through our new make it a PlayStation game program, you could submit it to PlayStation and we'll take 1,000%. You get minus 20% of the profits, and then your game could be on PlayStation. And they put it in the PlayStation store under Dreams or whatever, but it's still people buying it. But it's not in, you don't have to buy Dreams. That's the difference. You don't have to buy the game Dreams, the program Dreams for PlayStation 4. You just buy the games that are made from Dreams. You know what I'm saying? I know that's different from Roblox, but that makes the most sense to me because it's like, yeah. And with the game that you buy, that is, that is from Dreams, is basically Dreams, except you can only play that one game. And maybe it's like $2, $5, or whatever, right? $1. But if you want to buy the whole Dreams console, then maybe you get, 60 free downloads of Dreams content or something. From PC. But the PlayStation's, like, if you buy Dreams on PlayStation 4, then everything that's created on PlayStation 4 you get for free. But the PC stuff, the actual store stuff, which is deemed more worthy, I guess, or whatever, which it probably wouldn't be. But yeah, okay. So now I'm thinking about it. I see how it can go awry real quick. But there's a way. Roblox is still doing it, so they could have done it. They could have done it. They just don't want to do it. They got their mind, whatever. But could the likes of Insomniac Spider-Man also come to Steam? Well, games announced as PS5 exclusives such as Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and Horizon Forbidden West also come to PC. Horizon Forbidden West is definitely coming to PC. Back in March 2020, PlayStation Worldwide Studios boss Herman Hulst explained the decision to port Horizon to PC, saying it was about introducing more people to PlayStation. It's inevitable. It is inevitable. Whether they do day and date, I think they're going to find out real quick that if they don't do day and date, they're not going to get as many sales. And honestly, that's all it's about. It's about sales. If you want to say, oh, Horizon Forbidden West sold 3 times more than the first game, well, then you better do day and date. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to get more people buying it. But if you wait 2 years, people are like, nah, son, I got a better game already. Why would I play that old ass game? I don't want to play that. I want to play something different. Or I played the first one. Is alright. I'm good. But if it's brand new and it's on Zeitgeist and you got all these streamers needing to play stuff, they'll play it. They'll buy it on PC. It's a no-brainer, man. It's like oh yeah, Chevy. You can only sell your Chevys at the Chevy plant. We can't sell them at dealerships. You can only sell it at the blank. It's like, but then we're not gonna get as many sales because the plant is only here. Not everybody has a plant near their house. That's a bad example. I think it's important that we stay open to new ideas of how to introduce more people to PlayStation and show people maybe what they've been missing out on, he said, unquote. However, Hulst insisted Sony does not intend to follow Microsoft's lead and release all its games on PC and console at the same time. Quote, and to maybe put a few minds at ease, releasing one first-party AAA title to PC doesn't necessarily mean that every game now will come to PC, end quote. Well, in my mind, Horizon Zero Dawn was just a great fit in this particular instance. We don't have plans for day and date PC releases, and we remain 100% committed to dedicated hardware, end quote. Look, you can't have it both ways. If you want to promote further growth and profitability, And if you want to maximize, I know they didn't say maximize, they just said promote. So they probably got away with it with that, once again, with that language, with that rhetoric. But if they said maximize, day and date. So look for the maximize. Look for future kind of stories and quotes from Sony about this. And when they start changing the language about maximizing profits, then you know, day one, baby. It's going to be on your refrigerator. It's coming out on phones. That's it. Well, this Ratchet and Clank does. All highlights from now. Boop. And, Shadow of the Colossus. Oh, this is all the same shit. I don't care about that. Don't care about that. No more. Oh, this is the puppy. Look at the puppy. Look at the puppy. Oh, more puppies. Oh, puppies. Puppies give you yum yum feelings, don't they? Okay, enough of them damn puppies. Wow, Sony should give the next gen PS5 exclusive free upgrade for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. How do you gamers feel about it? Anti-consumer or good for PlayStation brand? And here my take. Tony Blanco says, not going to spotlight the dude to give him shine, but there's a crazy PlayStation fanboy asking the Christian God to give him power to kill Sony executives. Wait, what? All this because they're putting games on PC. Some cats out there are real head cases and need help. Yeah, that's crazy. So the thing about the exclusive, as I understand it, if you buy the physical copy of COD Black Ops Cold War, then you get, if you buy the physical copy for $70, I think it is, you get the PS5 upgrade for free. If you buy the digital copy for Xbox One, you get the digital upgrade for free. But if you buy the physical copy of Xbox, you don't get the digital. You don't get the upgrade for free, which would be digital. So you'd have to buy digitally. So what's the problem? Is that it's just a physical? That's how I understand it. Maybe it's different, but that's dumb. If it's just a physical copy, if it's you have to buy the physical copy in order to get the who cares? You know, so more people will buy the the digital, and all parties will get more money because you don't have to deal with the middleman. So it doesn't make any sense. It's so dumb. He never fought us, not us united. Yo, this Snyder Cut is looking crazy interesting to me. But it's a Snyder movie, so we can do. Oh, did he put up a new song? Let me see. Okay, can't play that. Got bad words in it. Whoops. New PlayStation 5 tech pre-orders. Oh, what was the PlayStation? What were they saying? Oh, they talking about the ray tracing. That it was software. They're doing something with their software to make ray tracing better or something. It was something. It felt like they're lying. It felt like they were lying. It felt like they needed to say something to make them sound like they're better than it actually is. And I'm like, I don't see how I don't see how software is gonna make your problem go away. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I got a rinky-dink Ford Fiesta, versus a whatchamacallit, a Corvette, and I'm like, yeah, I just uploaded a new computer software into the computer of my Ford Fiesta, so now I'm gonna be so powerful, way powerful than the Corvette. Like, get out of here, man! It's crazy. It was something to that effect. I saw it. So I saw it about it, and I was like, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'm not gonna click on that as a YouTube. That's one of his YouTube videos. La la. This dude, next gen is. He's funny, but he's not that funny. He's funny, and he used to be Xbox dude. Now he's a pony, maybe. Why is the biggest Xbox fanboy in the community? And either they're okay. I can't even read his freaking thing because he uses no punctuation, no capitalization. I'm not a grammar person, but come on, son. I'm like, how do you if I read it how it's read, I can't do it. I ain't gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Who is the biggest Xbox fanboy in the community, and either their content or tweets make you sick to your stomach? Tag whoever is here in top 3. Can smooth the run. My man came Omega, and may occasionals have mercy on their souls. Now I understood that because I could conjugate and translate it in my brain. Some people like I don't. When is there a comma? Where's the sentence end? Capital a lot. It's just ridiculous. And I'm like, okay. I don't care about that. I don't care about TikTok. Wait, who was buying? Did they even? China's new tech export controls could give Beijing a say in TikTok sale. Yeah, they still haven't figured that stuff out yet, have they? Oh well. What else? That's it. Nothing else. SSD. Yeah, I'm been talking, thinking about upgrading PC for a minute, but prices are crazy right now. But still, I'm like, all I need is a motherboard, CPU, RAM. So I'm looking. I'm gonna get the Ryzen 5 3600, maybe the X, but probably not because I'm not too concerned about overclocking. So that board, RAM. I want to get as much RAM as possible. Honestly, I want to get 32 gigs of RAM, but if I can't, then I'll settle for 16. But I'm gonna have 4 channels in or dual channel, whatever, four DIMM slots for my RAM. So I'm gonna have at least, so the motherboard I'm gonna get is gonna have that at least. And that's where I'm starting right there. Four sticks of RAM. Ryzen 5 3600, whatever motherboard works. Want to try to get the fastest RAM as far as that goes, DDR4, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Yes. I mean, there's some more. Okay. So, the best. Okay, I didn't talk about this before. The best Sony PlayStation game was Cyberpunk 2077, PlayStation 5 game. I think it was Cyberpunk. I was like, what about the exclusives? if a game that isn't a Sony exclusive wins best PlayStation game, then Sony's in bigger trouble than we've all thought, because a third-party game, which people will probably play on the Xbox Series X, to be honest, because you get free upscalability, you get the free next-gen joint. They already said that. I mean, they said it on the PlayStation 5 too, but it's still the better version would be Xbox Series X. So I was like, how is that the best PlayStation game when it's not even a PlayStation game? It's a multiplat. So I'm scratching my head right now. I mean, what's going to be the best Xbox game? And that's the thing. I don't even know if they had that. I think that's it. Right, wow, what happened to her face? Oh, no! Oh, well. Whoa! What? That's dangerous. If that pig was a little hungry, he'd be like, Munchy McGunchy. Eat your ass so quick, man. Don't be playing with them hogs. Bow Wow think he's slick when you see it go. Gotcha. Why? Cause he's short and he's good. I don't get it. I don't got it. Anybody? Anybody see? I mean, Wendy Williams, Sierra, and I don't know these people. I don't know these people. Maybe they. I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. Dude. Damn, that look good right there. Is that cheese? Bacon? homemade pizza bag. Who that? Wow. Dude, just okay. What else is that? Oh, here we go. Just a stain of sin, infinite gameplay. So yeah, Joe Staten is the savior of Halo Infinite. I guess that's what it is. But yeah, I got nothing else to say today. Let me make sure. This dude, I like this dude. He was like, very upset about things, and I was like, yep, that's how I feel. What the hell? Oh, Halo 3 ODST. Oh, that's dope. I like the cat too. Anything else? Sony Xperia 5 leaks reveals a 120 hertz display. Nobody has a Sony phone, and they're still putting all this money into Sony phone. I don't understand, man. Yeah, everything else is old stuff about the rumors that the PlayStation 5 was struggling to do 4K 120 or 120 or whatever. I think I want to change my head. Well, I have to get. Okay, I'm not reading that. I hate you. I hate you a lot. Why you taking money out of my pockets potentially? Oh, that's cool. It's a little fishy. That would scare my pets. They'd be like, ah. Look at that face. Ooh, sheezels. Oh, man. Yeah. Well, I guess that's a good look. They won the best. Which man. Yo, I'm going to close off on this. And it's the, this reminded me of it. They have three, I think there's 3 composers on Halo Infinite. And there was one composer, I totally forgot his name. I think the track is called Into the Woods, Out of the Woods, something like that. And it's such a cool, song. And it feels and it sounds like a song from the first Halo if Halo was just coming out like this year or next year. It's that same kind of, it's that feeling. That new feeling, I saw that, I was like, yep, that's pretty dope. I listened to it a couple times, like, all right, that's all right there. But yeah, that's it. I got no more. I'm gonna go inside of the house. I need to eat me some foods. I don't care about my waist no more. I'm just gonna eat when my mouth says, yo, put it in there, make it swish around and dance on the taste buds. That's what I'm finna do. Because it's just, I got some pasta inside. I'm gonna bust it out. But yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Kajudo, Bonds, Bridget, everyone. Oh, I didn't even open Discord. I'm such a dummy. Everybody who dropped in on Facebook. Inaida, Sonia. People liking me. I appreciate. Well, who else was here? It's just Bridget talking because she's a nice person. Sonia. Oh, she's. But yes, I appreciate. I added another screen to this whole setup, which is killing my frame rate, my GPU, CPU probably too. So I definitely need a better graphics card, and I definitely need I just need a better computer. But I'm going to continue this setup. I don't know when I'm going to stream. Maybe I'll stream a little bit tomorrow, do some more artwork, practice my animations and stuff. But yeah, I need to start building some models too. I need to do some. I think I might do a robot first, because that's easier. That's hard surface modeling. It's easier than actual flesh and blood. So that's the thing. I need to practice the flesh and blood, or I need to get good at it, basically. So, but anyway, appreciate everybody hanging out, and I'm gonna play a song till we can go away now. Away now. That's not it. Nope. 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 Sorry. Nope. Nope. I don't even know what that song is. What song is that? Oh, no. Hell no. Nope. Nope. I should make I should just make a nice that one. I'm gonna write to this one. It's my track. I like this track. It's very rough and rugged. But once again, I appreciate everybody hanging out. Until next time. Tilt away.